Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Survive and Thrive. I wanted to talk today about an exciting project in cryptocurrency, or coin, Algorand, ALGO. Now, taking a look at this very unique protocol and how this system works, they really focus on the key differentiator, pure proof of stake. They really want to create a decentralized, borderless economy with Algorand at its foundation. Why is this such a unique blockchain? Let's take a quick look at this video to find out.
Now, today's question is, why is Algorand such a unique blockchain? First, we must understand the key promise of blockchain technology, which is to remove the pain and cost created by the bad processes, intermediaries, middlemen, fees, and artificial delays in today's economy. Algorand has built a game-changing public blockchain, which solves this problem by delivering high-speed transactions anywhere in the world for everyone in the world. Algorand has created this frictionless platform by building on 5 key technology elements. These are pure proof-of-stake consensus, global scale, broad decentralization, robust security, and guaranteed finality. We will talk about how each of these core technologies work together to create Algorand's unique blockchain in our future lessons.
So as you saw in that video, a very unique approach to the way that they want to come up with decentralization and the concepts of how they further develop their blockchain. Scrolling down through this rest of this article, like I mentioned, decentralization, fair and transparent, accurate, secure, permissionless, public and open to all, low cost to participate. And one of the ones that I like the most about this is pure proof of stake, which I'll get into more in detail further in this video, as well as the associated rewards that come along with that. Now, who's behind this? The original founder is a guy by the name of Silvio Micali. Silvio is part of the faculty at MIT, Electrical Engineering Computer Science Department, since 1983. And in 2017, Silvio founded Algorand. As you can see, he's a highly educated individual with a background in, like I mentioned, computer science and mathematics. Down here below, it mentions that he has his laurea in mathematics from the University of Rome and a PhD in computer science from the University of California at Berkeley. What I really like about Silvio is that he has a long-standing relationship with cryptography and the crypto science, and a big passion for what he sees as the future vision of how this blockchain technology can be used, and creating opportunities for lots of different entities to be able to come up with their own borderless economy. So let's spend a few minutes talking about the difference between proof of work versus proof of stake. Proof of work is how Ethereum was originally set up and typical of how Bitcoin also works. It's a mechanism that allows the decentralized network to come to consensus or agree on things like account balances and the order of transactions. This prevents users from double spending their coins and ensures that the chain is incredibly difficult to attack or overwrite. Now, I think most of us have heard proof of work and mining. Proof of work is the underlying algorithm that sets the difficulty for what the workers or miners have to do, and mining is the work itself. It's the act of adding valid blocks to the chain. The chain's length helps the network spot the valid chain and understand current state. The more work done, the longer the chain, and the higher the block number. Going through the differences on the pros and cons for proof of work. Pros. Proof of work is neutral. You don't need any ownership of coins to get started and allow block rewards. With proof of stake, you need some sort of coin to start with. On the con side, proof of work uses up a lot of energy, and that is really bad for the environment. Proof of work is a tried and tested consensus mechanism that has kept Bitcoin and Ethereum secure and decentralized for many years. The con, if you want to mine, you need such special equipment and a big investment to start to pay for all the specialized computer equipment that's required. Compared to proof of stake, it's relatively easy to implement. On the con side, due to increasing computation needed, mining pools could potentially dominate the mining game, leading to centralization and security risks, which is exactly the opposite of what crypto is trying to ultimately do. Compared to proof of stake, at the highest level, proof of stake has the same end goal as proof of work, which is to help the decentralized network reach consensus through a secure manner. But it has some differences in process and personnel. Proof of stake switches out the importance of computational power for staked coin. Proof of stake replaces miners with validators. Validators stake their coin to activate the ability to create new blocks. Validators don't compete to create blocks. Instead, they are chosen at random by an algorithm. Finality is clearer. At certain checkpoints, if 2/3 of the validators agree on the state of the block, it is considered final. Validators must bet their entire stake on this, so if they try to collude down the line, they'll lose their entire stake. I know some of you have seen out there where they talk about the Ethereum killer, and I found this interesting article by Vasilios Philippe, Algorand vs. Ethereum, a serious contender to the world's #1 decentralized application network. And in this article, he goes to talk about all the different reasons why Algorand is in prime position to take over the lead in the platform for smart contracts. Number one is the man behind the project. Ethereum has Vitalik Buterin, EOS has Dan Larimer, Cardano has Charles Hoskinson, and Algorand, like I mentioned before, has Silvio Macaulay. All of these guys are definitely geniuses, but the reality is that the first three mentioned made their name after entering the blockchain space. Macaulay is one of the greatest cryptographers who has ever lived, and in 1989, along with Shafi Goldwasser and Charles Rakoff, he created zero-knowledge proofs. So he's been involved in this for a very long period of time and truly understands how this works and ultimately the potential that this has. Macaulay was awarded the Turing Award in 2012 for his contribution to cryptography. Number two, why projects have been choosing Algorand. There's been a lot of high-profile projects out there, like the decentralized exchange IDEX and stablecoin Tether, which have decided to create an instance of their protocol in Algorand. Algorand is the world's first open-source, permissionless, pure proof-of-stake blockchain protocol. Algorand delivers high-speed security and decentralization. Algorand 2.0 offers instant confirmation of transactions, performing micropayments and automatic wallet support. And the Algorand standard asset, ASA, technology enables you to create tokens that inherit all the same features, security, transaction finality, and performance of the primary token. Number three, Algorand is attracting more developers. Creating a healthy developer base is critical for growth. To that effect, the Algorand Foundation announced the launch of 250 ALGO, approximately $50 million US, as part of a grants program to encourage developer activity on its blockchain. The grant has been allocated to deserving developers across 4 categories: research proposals, development tools and infrastructure, applications and use cases, and education and community. Number 4, welcoming enterprises with co-chains. Algorand realizes that they need to provide a private permission alternative to welcome more enterprises onto their platform. This enables enterprises to isolate and control sensitive data on a private blockchain and allows them to safely interact with the world through interoperable public blockchain. Number 5, enhanced automation frameworks. which I won't go into great detail because it's more technical than I'd like to get with this video. And then number 6, which I see a lot more value of how this coin or crypto project can continue to further develop or grow, and that's through valuable partnerships. As you can see listed here, there's a number of different groups that have been partnering with Algorand: Marshall Islands, Meld, Dust Identity, World Chess, Italian Society of Authors and Publishers, the International Blockchain Monetary Reserve, and Asia Reserve Currency Coin, Asset Block, and CERN. So you can really see that they've made some good strides, and I think will continue to make even bigger strides and developments with partnerships that will continue them on a rapid pace of growth and giving this token more public exposure for people to want to get involved and really make this one of those technologies that will serve many purposes in the near and long-term future. This is one of the biggest reasons, like I mentioned before, proof of stake, but also the rewards. And the rewards, as you can see here in my Coinbase account, just continues to compound over time and really is a great form of passive income, meaning that even when I'm sleeping, I continue to earn. Now you can see here on Coinbase, I'm earning 6% APY. Now that's great when compared to Tezos and is above the 4.63%. And as I mentioned in one of my earlier videos talking about Coinbase and my holdings within this account, Algorand is a coin that I will be heavily adding to in this portfolio and really taking advantage of the payback interest reward and continuing to earn additional dollars for that. Last week I did read that, like I mentioned, Algorand is continuing to make strides on new partnerships. This article in particular I wanted to touch on because there is some very exciting news. And like I mentioned, this is where I see Algorand really being able to make some great improvements and bring in a lot of other entities that are going to want to be a part of this blockchain technology because of how powerful it can be. Vesta Equity is a new platform that gives homeowners the ability to convert equity into digital assets that can then be sold to accredited investors without compounding interest. The new marketplace will enable homeowners to convert their home equity into digital assets and sell a percentage of it to accredited investors without compounding interest or requiring an outright sale. You can see here, Vesta Equity co-founder and CEO Michael Carpentier has said, "We have become a society of debt, but that journey needs to shift to create a more prosperous future for all. At Vesta, we believe the application of the right technologies hold the answer." Real estate tokenization is considered one of the most compelling use cases for blockchain, but until now the technology has gone underutilized in this sector. A lack of institutional appetite and issues with security token listings have hampered growth in this once promising space. When I read something like this, it really does make me very excited about the opportunities and being able to see where this is going to go and really see the fruits of the labor of why these cryptos are coming into play and how they're going to be utilized for much bigger applications and use cases that will really create some great efficiencies for our economy and future. Now, I wanted to end this by talking about some potential predictions. I did just go on to this website, Ripple News, and I've read on some other forums that I've researched, anywhere from the $5 to $6 range, which I think is very achievable for Algorand in the year of 2021. And currently, at the posting of this video, one Algorand is about $1.39. So definitely a big push to make it to $6 or $5 by the end of this year. But like I mentioned, with entities really now starting to get involved with Algorand and creating more public exposure, I think that this could be one of those coins or projects that are really going to make big strides in the years to come. Looking ahead at 2022, this article is noting that the digital currency could hit up to $10, and then by 2025, there's an expectation that this coin could trade at $22. So some very nice gains over the next 1 to 4 years. And definitely this is a project that I have great faith in and am very excited about, and will continue to heavily load up on the coins and further my investment into a company, vision, and coin that I think has a very big upside. If Algorand is one that you truly believe in too and have thoughts or holdings in, please comment below. Let me know your thoughts about where you think this coin is headed. And if this is one that you haven't heard about, definitely do some more research. Hopefully you got some additional details from the video in my narrative. And if it's one that you really see the value in, then I would definitely take a position in before it becomes much more expensive. I hope you were able to get some value out of this video. And if you did, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see future content, make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell so you're notified as new videos are uploaded. Keep continuing to educate yourself as I am to really understand the options out there for financing and investment and making the most of your money. And realize that wealth is built by converting your savings into assets. And as always, don't just survive, thrive!